Hello friends, once again Prince Pius, Otuka, Zoe. I'm delighted and I welcome you to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we're designing the flyer on the screen. It's a social media flyer and every files, every resources used for this tutorial is available in the description. And if you're new to my channel, do well to subscribe, to like and to share. Without wasting so much time, let's dive right into it. So when you open Pixel Lab, the first thing we're going to do is to create or adjust the background size. And to do that, we're going to click on these three dots. I'm actually going to be very fast in this tutorial so that it's not too long, it doesn't take so much time. So you're going to click on image size to adjust. So click on the color value, the image value, your width and your height should be 4:4. Click on OK, and so this is the size we'll be using. So the next thing we're going to do is to bring in the model. To bring in the model or to import any of your design elements, you can click on this plus icon and then you can click on from gallery, and once your model is here, let's adjust the picture size by clicking on this relative size. So we're going to bring it to 65 and then the height is automatically 97. So we're going to click on position to position it. Okay, this is perfect. So okay, I haven't done this. The next thing we're going to do is to create the background color, and to do that we're going to click on shapes here or here. So we're going to click on shapes and bring this. We're going to increase the size to cover the screen, right? And then we're going to change the color, enable it, and automatically it be red color. So just change the color to black, right, to black color. Then click on mark, then click on this layer icon, to move it to the back of the model. When you click on these three dots, you see when you touch and hold on it and shift it down, it moves. So by doing that, you can bring it the background to the back of the model. Alright, haven't done that. We're going to bring in, now you can actually lock your elements so that they are not flying around the screen. And how you can actually lock your elements is by, you can actually tap on this padlock to lock your design so that they are in one place where you kept them, so that they are not flying around the screen. Alright, so I haven't locked them. The next we're going to do is to bring in another design element. And so when we bring in these elements, we're going to totally increase the size, and we're still going to come to this edge and drag it a little to increase it here, like that. And we're actually going to come here again and move it to the back of the model. And okay, this is too much. I'm going to reduce mine a little. I'm still going to increase mine a little actually. Okay, I think it's perfect like this. It's perfect like so. The next thing we're going to do is to is to change the color of the element we just brought in. I'm going to click on color, enable it, and then we're going to come to gradient. Click on gradient, and then we're going to pick this color, this one. So pick it. Once you pick it, click on this plus icon, and then we're going to regulate the color. We're going to adjust the color right now. So the first thing we're going to do is to click on this color, this right hand side of the color. Click on it and then click on this color paint to adjust the color. So we're going to drag this to this blue value here like this, then click on OK. Then we're going to move to this left hand side. Click on this left hand side, and then we're going to click on this color paint as well to adjust the color. Bring it to the blue value again, and then at this time around drag this right to this end completely. All right, then click on OK. So this is the color value we'll be using for this design. And so having done that, I think I still need to adjust the size of this. Sorry, let me increase this a little. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to lock it. I haven't done that. The next thing we're going to do is to click on shapes and then scroll down to gradient. Sorry, no gradient. Okay, yes, click on gradient, right? Then you can click on this, right? Click on it and then click on the plus icon so we can regulate it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to click on this right hand side of the color and then also click on this color paint. Then we're going to adjust the color value. We're going to slide this right to this place completely, okay? So slide it, then touch OK, and this is what we'll be using. Then click on OK again. Then you can increase it. Now it's actually black color, so just bring it to this upside to cover this blue a little. All right, to just cover, to create a block, an edge block on this side a little. And I haven't done that. We are good to go. Click on good and lock it, and let's move on. What we're going to do is to write. I'm going to click on text and then click on edit to edit the text. So we're going to write social, and then we're going to change the font to, click on this to change the font to so I'm actually going to use this choice of fonts. I'm going to use this choice of fonts for this. And click on OK, mid tummy lights. So we're going to actually increase the size to, come to size and then increase the size to 130 is good enough. And we're actually going to click on this to work with an accurate spacing, accurate layout. So I'm going to bring the social to Okay, this is perfect. So we can bring it to make contact with these grid lines we just created. Let it be in alignment. So the next thing we're going to do is to actually change the color. Click on color, click on the plus button, and bring the color to this place, and then click on OK. This is great. So the next thing we're going to do is to create another text, media in capital letter. Okay, and then we're going to change the font again. This time around I'll be using tan pearl, this font. And so don't forget that this media is actually capitalized, right? It's capitalized. And then come to style, then click on this B to make it bold, right? To make it bold. And so we're going to increase the size to 93. Let's work with the grid line so that we don't exceed it. Okay, so this is okay here. So we're just going to copy it again by touching on copy it, and then write design, and then bring it here. Let's work with the grid line again so that they can be aligned, properly aligned. And so it's going to be like this. Yeah, that's great. And so okay, so we're going to write something. Let's help you achieve brand positioning and build a positive brand image with, and then I'm going to actually change the font to going to change the font of this right up to this time around. This mid tummy. Okay, so we're going to bring the size to, I'm going to reduce the size to 26. Right. Let's work with the grid line again. And then we're going to space it, come to spacing. I'm going to adjust it to we're going to come to line spacing instead, and then we're going to minus it to 5. And that's perfect. And once we do that, we see that if you check on this grid line, it has veered off a little. I want it to be in alignment, so we'll still adjust it to make contact with it a little. So I can be on the same line. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So I haven't done that. So we're gonna write again. I'm gonna click on this right up and I'll lock it so that it doesn't move about. You can click all your elements so it doesn't move. So we're going to copy it again, and this time around we're going to clean this one to write visual that converts, full stop, and we're going to bring it here. Let's turn on the grid again so that we can work with it. Okay, and we're going to make the color. Just click on this to use the color you used before, yellow again, and that's perfect. Wow. And so we're going to bring in another design element. So we're going to bring in this element, and we're going to slide from the up to, so we're going to centralize on this. We're going to use this one, right? And then come to eraser, click on enable, and then click on the tolerance completely to get rid of the white edges. All right, so the next thing we're going to position, change the color to white, change it to white color. Okay, so we're actually going to reduce this. I'm going to reduce this. I think to 22 is enough. We'll just bring it here like this. Let's ensure is aligned. And so that's perfect. That's perfect. And so the next thing we're going to do is to bring in another design element. So when we bring this element in, we're actually going to make the size, actually going to resize it to 45, and we're going to rotate it by 11. So bring it to plus 11, and then bring it here. Like this. Good. That's perfect. So you might want to lock it so that they don't move, they don't fly around the screen. So the next thing we're going to do is to create a light source, right? To create a light source, click on stickers. So click on stickers, something comes up here, right? A white light source comes up here. Now once you click on it, don't click on this, don't click on this icon, this good icon. Just touch the screen, right? Touch the screen and you will have it, because if you click on the light source, if you click on the light source, it will go. If you click, so just touch the screen, then you can have it. Then just click on it like this, and we're going to choose a color, enable it, and bring it to blue. Okay, so that it can be the same with the image and the background. Make it a blue color. You might want to resize a little, so you're going to bring it here first. All right, I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to resize it a little. I'm going to bring it here. Then you're going to copy it again, and then bring it here like this. not up here, right? Down here like this. I want to increase it a little. Okay. And that's perfect. That's perfect. So you might want to lock it. And then the next thing we're going to do is to bring in another element. This time we're going to bring in our rocket. And then the next thing we're going to do for the rocket is to adjust the size to 23 is perfect. And then we're going to also rotate it. Sorry. We're going to rotate to 33 is good enough. And then you bring it to resize here. Just put it the way I'm doing. Okay. Okay, and it's perfect like this. It's perfect. Okay. So it's perfect. And so the last thing we're going to do is to write again. Light Studios, and then we're going to actually make the size 30, and then we're going to select a font, made Tommy Light. Actually, right, you can see the font. I've actually used made Tommy Light before, and to see a recent font you've used before, you can click on this recent. You can easily find them there, and just click on this made Tommy like this. So that's the one we'll be using, and then we can also work on the line spacing. We can adjust it like this, and then let's turn on the grid line so we can work with it. We can bring it down a little. Okay, and that's perfect. Sorry, I think the font is too fainted. Alright, so we'll change the font to made Tommy instead. Yeah, and that's perfect. So that's it. And we have our design. So the next thing we're going to do is to save our design, and the next thing we're going to do is to click on this save icon, this card icon, then touch as save as image. Now to actually save your, now we're going to click on, so to actually save your image as the best quality, click on this arrow button here, and then to save it to the best quality, don't choose default, don't choose custom, don't choose low, don't use medium, don't use high, don't use very high. The best saving option is actually ultra. So click and save your design with ultra. Click on save to gallery, and your design has been saved to gallery. So this is the end of this tutorial. See you in another tutorial. Thank you.